One of the best entry-level drones from last year was one made by Holystone, and it came in at a really good price point. We featured it on our channel, and I think it introduced probably hundreds, if not thousands of people to the hobby of drones. Now, when I make this statement, I'm not saying that this is a better drone than a DJI drone. Obviously, those things are like $2,000 to $3,000, and even their more budget-friendly ones at around $1,000 are still going to outperform this. But what I am saying is, if you want a reliable drone as an introductory type of drone to learn on, to decide if you like drones or not, but still you're not buying some toy, it's still a hobby grade little drone, Holystone is a really good company to do that. They've established themselves on Amazon as a very strong company. They've been around a long time. They offer part availability with customer service if you reach out to them. Same with batteries and stuff, and that's where this drone steps in. This is an upgraded version of that introductory drone that we featured on the channel last year for under $250, and sometimes they have a clickable coupon with that. But with the new release of the DJI Neo right around the corner, I thought this would be a really good drone to show you guys, because because of one of our viewers in the comments section, he talked me into buying the Neo. So it's on pre-order, and that'll be on the channel soon, hopefully.
When the influencer gets influenced.
It's funny, isn't it? And that's a $200 drone, but it doesn't come with a controller and a lot of features that it's missing. I'm still excited to have it on the channel, but I thought it'd be a really good chance to show you guys a drone that is foldable. It's under 250 grams. They have upgraded the camera. It now has digital EIS, which is electronic image stabilization. We have the ability to tilt it just like the Neo. These are folding arms, so it folds down smaller than the Neo. Unlike the Neo, this actually comes with a controller, and one of the things that they've done from the old version to this new version is upgrade the controller so that we're hardwired now. It's not just a Wi-Fi connection. That should give us, according to them, a 20,000 foot range, I believe, which is really far. Wow. So really far range. Again, this is under 250 grams, and we love that. And it just comes in, all this folds down, ready to fly. Something else the Neo does not have is a nice case, and you guys know me, I love nice cases. This all folds up and fits in here. All the instructions are here. There's my charge cable and base. It's a super nice case, which I love. It's also a hard case. So anyway, we're at a new location today. We're here at a fire tower, and I thought that might be kind of nice. Let's do this while I see it, because I just now saw it for the first time. There we go.
Oh, I saw it. I wasn't gonna let you do that.
But I thought it'd be a really cool point of interest just to see what the camera quality looked like. We can fly around it. We've never flown around this spot before. This is a fire tower. It's not really actively used anymore now, but it's historic, and people are allowed to come up here and camp and stuff. So that's really, really cool. As a matter of fact, there is someone else up here camping, so we're gonna try to respect their space with this. And I did tell them that we were going to fly and, you know, just make sure there wouldn't be any issues or anything. So it's always nice to try and communicate. We've been up here like 10 times and there's never been anyone up here, so I didn't think anyone would be up here today. But we're gonna fly this and just see how that camera quality looks, take off all of our little stickers, and have some fun. So let's put it in the air. Okay, recording, and start the motors and fly. And I gotta tell you, the camera quality on my phone is already very impressive. I'm getting a phone call, of course.
Of course.
Okay, had to check. That is a rock solid drone. And this does have GPS and visual position hold. So very cool. Let's just do a little rotating here. Give you guys a nice live feed. I'm watching my live feed. I always like to do a little bit of a hover test to make sure our drones aren't going to get a mind of their own before we start flying it away. We did have to do a compass calibration before takeoff, but I will say this, Holystone, that little quick start instruction booklet right there is by far the best instructions I've had with any drone, and I can't believe it's with a Holystone drone. It's done extremely well, step by step, to get you in the air. Okay, so for fun, let's just go ahead and get a nice shot of the tower. Making sure we're clear above. So I'm really happy with the live video feed. It looks really good. And Abby and I came up here one time to try to climb this tower. You can, and we chose not to because it's
it may have scared me slightly.
It's gonna pan up. You see, that is. Let's go get a little closer to it because I want to see I want to see, like, is that boarded up or what? Also, apparently, it says it has, you know, electronic image stabilization, so it's not quite a gimbal, but it's going to stabilize our video just a little bit. Which, I think when we're moving nice and slow, I can tell a difference, but when we move faster, it's a little more jarring. Remember, I am not saying this is a better drone than anything DJI. I just think it offers more for your money, and that's always something that I'm looking out for, especially in the drone world. So if you're looking for like a first-time drone and you want to do kind of like what we're doing, just get cool little shots when you're traveling or something, getting neat perspectives on things, like this is a really cool drone to do that. Look, we can actually circle around it, look inside the fire tower. Look at that. How cool would that be? I've always thought it'd be kind of a neat job to be a fire lookout. Now these trees have gotten taller, so obviously you can see it's not as effective as probably when they installed this thing, but that's basically the vantage point that whoever was in there had. And if you weren't flying a full-size airplane or helicopter, this is as high as you could get, and you're literally here looking out for fires. That is wild. That is wild.
I want to see.
So it's empty in there, right? Here. Oh, we got our distance limit because we have it on beginner mode. So let's go in and turn that off. There we go. And I think I have to hit record again. Yep. So that's a cool view though, isn't it? Like that's basically what they're getting.
Well, that's crazy because from down here it doesn't look like you would have
any view.
A view like that, but you do.
Yeah. And so the drone is telling us we have telemetry, and I'm not doing a screen recording right now on this because it's a new phone and I forgot to do that, but that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So we pan around this side and we can see, look, there's a little bit of a view out this way too. Isn't that so cool? That is so cool.
It's beautiful.
It really is. I'm just kind of circling around. Now there is a tree there, so we want to go up. And this is what I wanted to do anyway. I wanted to see, you know, that says it's 92 feet high, the fire tower. So now if we go up, let's say, what if they would have built that to be 120 feet high? What's their view?
Probably would have been blown over.
Well, yeah, sure, but they could have made it bigger, you know, bigger structure. And now look at their view. So if that tower was 120 feet high, and look what drones can do for you. You can literally say, look guys, if you build it to 90 feet high, you have a limited view, but if we can make this thing 30 foot bigger, look at the vantage point we have now. That's a fire lookout. Look at that.
It's crazy.
It is crazy, and we're only 120 feet high. That is crazy. That is insane. And this drone is absolutely killing it. It's doing a really good job at giving us that view. Why can't I see it? Am I above the pine tree?
Because you're still behind the tree.
Yeah, okay.
You haven't gone high enough for me to...
Let's go a little higher.
There, right there.
I see it. Cool. So, and that's why we have a spotter. Abby is always spotting for us.
I knew where you were. I just...
Now, just for fun, we're going to go up to
behind a twig.
200 feet. And something interesting, guys. Officially, what people say is you can fly 400 feet high. That's the safety range, right? And so right now we're 200 feet high. And so I'll do a quick panning shot here. At 200 feet high, we are really high up. But did you know that if you take off at down in a valley, it's 400 feet from your takeoff point? If you take off from the top of a mountain, it's 400 feet high from your takeoff point. And I think that's extremely interesting. Yeah. Ah, this is so cool. Let's get a couple pictures too, because a lot of times we do drone videos and we don't have pictures. So what I just did was I faced the drone back toward me, the home point, and let's see if it's accurate. It is. So I pushed forward and I'm flying toward us. That's awesome. And we're going to just start coming down, descending. And then I want to use this camera to see how its photo quality is. Now on this descent, it's a little rocky, but that's to be expected because we don't have a gimbal on this drone. And that's okay. It's still pretty smooth. It's still pretty smooth. I'm really happy with it so far. Now we're already down to 90 feet. And I'm probably not going to fly this too much more. We're going to get a couple pictures. Abby, if you could, just get the drone, because once I stop recording here, people won't have anything to watch. So this will be kind of neat to get a picture of the tower itself. So let's go stop recording. It's going to have a second to save. I will switch over to photo, And now I'm going to try to get a cool shot, get it in frame well, you know.
Oh, where'd you go? There you go.
Okay, and I'm going to just try to see if I can get a cool picture. Like if someone wanted to use this or whatever. And the really cool thing about this drone, remember, we're under 250 grams, so that's a really nice thing. It's saving. Let's see if we can get one with like a view in the back. That was really cool when we did. I think it was at this angle. So there we've got our pine tree in front. And a little bit, let's get that.
That's so cool.
Off to the side. And a view back there. You know, this almost forgotten poor little fire tower. But it's a really cool, it's really the whole focal of this whole video, isn't it? This fire tower. And this drone is just helping us get a really cool picture of it. Now I wanna do a little thing, a little more artistic. We're gonna hide the drone almost in the tree.
You gonna do video now?
Well, let's go one more picture. That's kind of what I'm aiming for here. So
Oops.
Look, see we've got it.
I keep looking at the screen and losing your drone.
It looks like we're kind of buried in. I'll take the picture so people can see it. You know, it looks like we're just buried in the woods here with this fire tower.
Very cool.
This is a really nice drone, isn't it? It's doing good. So we'll go back to video so people actually have something to watch. But that right there, that view is kind of what I was hoping for. We just have this very pretty buried fire tower up here in the middle of the woods.
So is there a vertical mode? Because I thought
not on this drone, I don't believe
some drones
so.
have started doing a vertical mode.
That requires a gimbal, and so the whole camera has to boom go on its side. This one doesn't have a gimbal, but we do have the ability. Watch this.
I didn't know if it could do it like digitally.
We can do this. So if we wanted a straight down shot, we can do that.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to fly over the tower to show like perspective of, look at that with the tree. Oh, it's scary looking. But you know, we can get, and we're way over the tower, just so you know, way over it, but it might not look like it on. And then we just kind of line it up.
It's not as cool.
We can see.
Not as cool.
It's not as cool, but still something. See, like we're looking down at the tower. It's neat. It's still a neat perspective, but we can angle the camera back up, and we can adjust our rates. We also have a few like follow me modes and stuff, but we're really in tight quarters here and there's no obstacle avoidance on this drone, so I don't want to do anything like that while we're here.
That's awesome.
For camera quality, which was the main point of testing this today, and flyability, this is really good. Actually, let's do a little more. I'm just going to do a little more flying. I want to fly out some. I want to get a little bit of an indication of range. Now I can't go too far because I don't want the trees to block it. And also, if I lose range here, you know, it's done in the woods. Firing it on my arm. That was cool. So we're just doing a little bit of a range test right now. Nothing crazy. We still are going to maintain line of sight, but I just want to get some level of indication on range because we have been flying really close to us this whole time. So maybe we'll shoot for, you know, 800 foot is really far. I am currently 450 feet out. At 500, I'm going to lose visual line of sight behind the tree line if I'm not careful. So I'm going to fly up a little more. And just so you guys know, I'm 250 foot high and I'm 600 feet out. Abby, show them the phone here. I got a new drone phone and we're kind of testing that today too. And I have really good signal. It's a little laggy, okay? It's a little laggy, and I think it just stopped recording, so I want to press that again. And we're going to aim back toward us. I'm not sure when that stopped recording, so I do apologize. I want to aim back toward us and see if we can find...
Hopefully it didn't just ruin the whole video, because I wasn't filming. There we are, look at that. That's the tower. That's where we are. So we'll fly back toward us. It is a little laggy, but it's not bad. It's still very usable. And I see us, and believe it or not, that's 600 feet out and 250 foot up. Isn't that crazy? It's very cool.
That is so cool. Man, I can hear us, so we're doing good. We'll just kind of...
You're right there.
Yep. Yeah, range is great on this. Like, this is a really good drone. I heard that the Neo has a max range with the controller of a mile or so, and you know, it gets pretty weak out there too. That's not it's a drone designed for like selfies and stuff. And basically it's a drone designed to do what we're doing with this one, but we have way more control over this. Really long flight times. Our battery right now is still showing above half. So that's kind of amazing. And I think, personally, I think the camera quality is really good. So yeah, let's land this guy, give my thoughts on it, and call this a mission huge success for sure. Nice slow descent. I really like this drone a lot. It's a very good drone to learn on and at a really good price too. Okay, let's see how it lands. Pretty smooth. That wasn't bad at all. And I'll stop recording. There we go. I am thoroughly impressed. I didn't know what to expect. Remember when we did the earlier version of this drone, at the beginning of the video, it actually had a GPS kind of like malfunction. I think, and a person recently commented on the video, it's probably because we did the calibration on the dock. And goofy me, I thought, well, that's concrete, so we're safe. You don't want to fly your drone, and especially when you're calibrating it, around metal. But I saw concrete, right? There's so much metal in concrete for the structure of it. Plus the hooks where people, fishermen will tie off their boat. There was a lot of metal there. We rebound it in that video last year, I think it was, and then it flew really well. But the camera quality on this one is definitely better. It does have a little bit of stabilization. I can tell when it's flying around and moving. It was a very efficient flyer. I love that it all just folds up nice and small. It's about the size of a Mavic Mini if you're familiar with DJI's brand of stuff. But this is, I think it's $250, and there might be a clickable coupon code. So this is probably one of the best sub 250 gram drones that I've flown that's not a DJI drone. So literally you're coming in at a quarter of the price. I love that they hardwired this now to your phone, so you're getting a much better signal than just a Wi-Fi wireless signal. And again, the image stabilization does make an improvement. So this is currently, in my opinion, one of the best, if not the best, budget friendly, that's the main thing to remember, we're talking about price, entry-level hobby grade drones. And with Christmas coming around the corner, a lot of people are going to be shopping around this price point, and this is a really good drone to keep in mind, and also to look out for some sales and stuff too with it. Usually clickable coupon codes. I don't know if that's just for Prime people or if everybody gets those codes. We have Amazon Prime, so they're like always there. But let me know in the comments, is this available on a good price for non-Prime members too? It'll be linked in the description box below. Using that link does help to support our channel and our family at no extra cost to you, and we're very grateful. We're grateful for this opportunity to jump in front of the camera, to share the space with other people, and I think that's always really cool. I'm just grateful for the day and life in general, and for that I thank God. I also want to say a massive thanks to our Patreon supporters, because we couldn't do what we do as often as we do it without your insanely awesome support. I think it would be worthwhile to watch the previous generation of this drone from last year so you can actually see the improvements yourself. So that video will be popping up right about now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you there.